What's up, riders? Real quick, I'm going to install two RAM mounts on my handlebars right here. It is my preferred place for putting my phone. Pretty much, I don't need a GPS. I have one here, but I'm going to put one here, and I bought two. So the product I've used this on multiple other bikes, is these RAM balls. They fit. You take out the factory fastener, and these should fit in the same hole, and they sit flush down in there, and you just have a little RAM ball right there. And this is my preferred method over the handlebar clamps and other stuff, because I like my phone to, one, be right in the center if I'm using it, and two, it just, I find that the clamps are always kind of in the way and clunky, and they don't look as clean. So we're gonna put them right here. I have two of them. I don't know if I'm gonna put them both. Honestly, I like sometimes to do two of them just for the symmetry, but I don't really think I need two. I used to do two on my old bikes because I would put my Garmin Zumo on the left and my phone on the right. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't know. Let me get the one in and see how I feel about it, because I like things to be symmetrical, but we'll see. Going along with this, for the first time, I'm gonna try out these Rokform cases, the case and mount. I held off for a long time because I thought the Rokform cases were kind of bulky, but I don't think it's going to be any bulkier than my phone case now, to be honest. And I don't like the RAM regular clamp ones. I did have a phone come out of the mount once. We'll talk about that later though. So we're going to put these to see if these fit. It should fit no problem. I had these on my old GS. I've had them on several bikes. And then I'm going to put this on with this, and we'll put the phone in and see how it looks. Only tools you should need are a T45 Torx, and not this Allen key. You need a M8 one, but I am going to torque these down, and I don't have metric Allen sockets. I'm going to try to use this one and hope I don't strip anything. You should probably just use the right one. I don't have it. I'm not taking a trip to the hardware store just to get that. It's like 14 foot-pounds, I think, once you do the conversion on those. So you should probably use the right tools. I'm using what I have. Don't follow my example, get the right tools, but do whatever you want on your bike. So the stock fastener has been removed, and with the RAM ball, you get 3 different length bolts. And I've found that when you actually put it together, when you use the middle size bolt of the 3 included with the RAM kit, if you use, there's a magnet in here, so it actually holds this. If you use the middle one, it actually ends up being about the same length, just a hair shorter. But I think from what I remember the last time I did this, if you use the next size up, it's too long. So I'm just going to dry fit this real quick. Let's see. So the bolt, also just so you know, the bolt goes through the top, and that's how it works. So let's give that a quick try. I'm going to put some thread locker on here. Just for ha-has. I always put thread locker on stuff. If you don't like to, or you think you shouldn't, whatever, do whatever the hell you want with your bike. All right, so that works. That clamps down on there like that. So it works, fits pretty well. So I'm gonna take it out, put some thread locker, and torque it down. All right, so that's what it looks like in place. You can see. The whole thing I was going to do with the wrong size hex socket, I scratched that. It was too much play. I didn't want to strip anything. So I ended up using the correct Allen key, which is a number 8, I believe. No, sorry, 6 millimeter Allen key. And I just kind of torqued it down by feel. It felt like 14 foot-pounds. So there you go. It's got blue Loctite on it. It feels pretty tight. So that's what it looks like just with the ball, and it's kind of like one of those things you might not notice it right away. So there you go. And we'll see, and I'll show you what it looks like with the actual thing in place. So this is what it looks like all installed. I had to get my wife's phone because I'm filming on this phone. Sorry, it's a little red spray paint right there. So yeah, this is what it looks like installed with the phone case on it. I actually kind of like the Rokform case. I'm glad I gave it a shot. The packaging is really nice if anybody cares about that kind of stuff. I do. I like packaging where you don't need a utility knife and a wrench to get stuff out. So yeah, so this is my view. Let's turn on the bike just to kind of so you can see what we're dealing with here. So this is what everything looks like while I'm riding. It'll be, I guess my head will be right about here. So not bad. I might try to angle it to make sure it doesn't block the gear indicator, because I do like using that. But all in all, I like it. And I also, I forgot to mention earlier, I like putting this on the right side because the USB charger is on the right side as well. So I can just run the cable up here, wrap it around, and plug it in. It's a good position. Doesn't interfere at all with the handlebars. And that's another reason I'm not a fan of, on BMWs, on other bikes like Harleys and stuff where you have handlebars way out there, you can put stuff on the mirrors, but on the Beamers, I know that there's not a lot of clearance between the tank and the mirrors, so I don't like using those. That's why I like this. I think it's like one of the best solutions if you want to put your phone on your handlebars, or just have your phone out while you're riding. Obviously, I'm not answering texts or any of that nonsense. I do like it for when I'm using Google Maps. Yes, I do use Google Maps. There are times where I think Google Maps is much better than the navigation on the front on the screen here, but there are times where this is a way better than Google Maps. Like for instance, areas where you have little to no cell phone service. Say you're riding, and if anyone who's used these more than once knows, you can I can't tell you how many times I was in the middle of nowhere. I had no cell service, and I could bring up a gas station real quick just by using the Wonder Wheel, the Nav Wheel, whatever you call it. I can pull up places of interest, gas stations. It'll show me where the nearest gas station is. You know, while I'm on the fly, you know, obviously try not to be distracted while I'm riding. And you can do that without gloves. But I live around New York. Traffic affects a lot of things here. So I live, you know, just outside New York City in the suburbs of New York. So traffic is a big thing around here. Can double your trip depending on which highways you take at what times. So that's why I like this for having Google Maps available and stuff. It also makes it easier to see who's calling me, who's not. I can just, you know, easily ignore the call. I do have a SIM and Bluetooth. So you know, I don't use it for anything else, but for just quick information, it's nice to have. So I like this setup. I haven't used the Rokform much, but I do like it. They make lots of accessories. I'm going to get the Rokform thing for my car, so I can put it there too. And I think you just push this down, and it's supposed to come out. Obviously, it's kind of, you know, it's brand new, but I might need two hands because the ball's kind of, the clamp's rotating a little bit, so hold on a second. Okay, so I just really clamped this to much tighter, clamped it to where I couldn't clamp it anymore, and now the phone pops right out. So that's off, and that's what it looks like without it. You know, I always have my phone on me, so I'm not really worried about what it looks like without the phone. If I'm on the bike, my phone's probably going to be there. But if not, you can take it off in 2 seconds, and to put the phone back, just like push it in and snaps in place. That's pretty nice. It's pretty secure. I was never a fan of the old RAM mounts, the little clamp, the ones that come up here and hold up here and here. One, because the clamps would always end up hitting my volume buttons and lowering and raising the volume on my music or my audiobook while I'm riding. And two, I actually have had a phone. When I would originally started using RAM mounts for my phone, they would, that's my son right there getting thrown up in the air by me. He's so freaking cute. When I originally started using RAM mounts for my phone, they didn't come with that little webbing thing that came around them, so I just had the 4 points of contact up here, and I almost lost my phone on I-95 in Florida when I hit a really nasty bump, and the phone actually flew out of it. But what saved me was I had it plugged in charging, and the charger actually kept the phone from tumbling away from my motorcycle across I-95, and I never would have saw it again. So I've never trusted them. Yeah, now they come with the little nets that go over the side, but I think that's kind of a pain. I just think it's not a great design. So these ones are pretty cool, actually. I'm really liking that. That's very firm. It's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna get some more of these accessories for my car and stuff. But that's it. So that's all you need to. That's how I'm putting the Rokform phone holder on my bike, my GS, my R1250 GS. All right. Hope you enjoy it. Ride safe.